No one wants design. No one wants software. No one wants coaching. No one wants AI. And no one wants a website. I say this as someone who ran a design agency for over a decade, sold a bunch of six-figure projects, and made over seven figures in consulting. If you can understand this and make just one simple shift in your business, this is the secret to get way better at sales, charge much higher prices, and close a lot more clients. It's actually really simple. So generally speaking, there are going to be three things that happen anytime you sell anything. So first, there are deliverables. What are deliverables? It's basically what you do. That would be something like a website, a design, social media graphics, a piece of software, what you actually do. And then there are ideas, which is how you think. Okay, we mostly think about this like the strategy. Okay, so it's like if you make a website, what's the strategy behind that? And then finally, there are outcomes, which is, well, what do they actually get? What is the real outcome behind the work? Here's the point here, and this is the hack. People do not want deliverables. They do not want a website. They do not want design. They do not want videos. They do not want coaching. They do not want courses. They don't want AI. They don't want software. They don't want social media posts. They don't want whatever you want to sell them. Let's go one level up. Well, people don't want ideas either. They don't want strategy. They don't want consulting. They don't want your thinking. Okay? What do people really want? At the end of the day, all people want are outcomes. They want the outcome of whatever your work is. There's a great quote from Harvard marketing professor Theodore Levitt that says, nobody wants a quarter-inch drill. They want a quarter-inch hole. And that couldn't be more true. No one cares about the deliverable. No one cares about a drill. What they care about is the outcome of the drill. But I believe it actually goes a lot deeper than that. We've established that no one wants a drill. What they really want is a hole in the wall. But why do they want a hole in the wall? Well, it turns out no one actually wants a hole in the wall either. They really want a picture hook. Okay? And why does someone want a picture hook? Well, they don't actually want a picture hook. What they want is art on the wall. And then we could ask them, well, why do you want art on the wall? And it turns out no one likes art either. What do they really want? Well, what's the outcome of art? A beautiful space. All right. And it turns out no one really wants a beautiful space either, because when you ask them, why do you want a beautiful space? They may say something like, well, I just want to feel peace and I want to feel safe in my home. So at the end of the day, what you're selling is not a drill. You're selling peace and safety. Okay, so this is a perfect example. This is one of my clients, and when she started working with me, she showed up and she told me that she was a pitch deck designer. Okay, which means that she is selling deliverables. The deliverable is you work with me and you get a designed pitch deck at the end. That's how the business works. Now, in the market, I don't know, maybe you could go from as low as $10 an hour to all the way up to $200 an hour selling deck design, ballpark, right? But as you level up and you think, all right, I'm sick of selling decks. I want to start selling my thinking. I want to be paid for my expertise. Okay, then maybe you could be something like a deck consultant and you move from deliverables to ideas. Okay, and deck consulting certainly pays better, because if you start thinking about ideas and you start thinking about strategy and you start talking about that stuff, all of a sudden you're selling 5 to 10 grand, maybe even more for the same service, because you're talking about the strategy behind it. But there's one level up that is the best way to do it, and that is selling the outcome. And in this instance, well, what's the outcome of a pitch deck? Okay, well, it's a closed deal, right? So the value of this is infinite. It just depends on the client, right? What is $100 million of funding worth to a client? What is a successful annual shareholder meeting worth to a client? What is a trained high-octane sales team worth to a client, right? What is that worth to them? So when you shift from selling deliverables to selling ideas and to selling outcomes, how much you can charge goes way, way, way up. The sky's the limit. So here are some more tangible examples. I want you to take a look at each of these and tell me which one sounds better to you. 10-page website or 100% more customers. 12 coaching sessions or 2xing your business confidently. Which one of these sounds better? An AI outreach tool or 100 more leads a week. I can tell you that all these sound much better to me. Okay, so at the end of the day, we need to put ourselves in our client's shoes. And you really need to ask yourself, what are our clients, what are our customers actually thinking about? And I can tell you from my experience, guess what? They're pretty simple. They're only thinking about two things. Only two things. Number one is they're thinking about their problems and their pain and how much things suck and how much they would like to improve them. Second thing that they're thinking about is their goals, things they want to accomplish, things they want to do, things that they're excited about, things that make them happy, right? Okay, guess what? Deliverables are none of these things. Guess what? Ideas, none of these things. Outcomes address both problems and goals. So the way that you can do this is you need to go deeper in your conversations with your clients and your conversations with your customers and get to the exact nature of what are the outcomes that they really want? What do they actually care about, right? I told you, no one cares about a website. They care about what a website does, okay? So people basically buy what happens when you do the deliverables. So instead of talking about the deliverables or your genius ideas about how you do the deliverables, talk about the outcomes. It's all anyone cares about anyway. Okay, so here is the big secret. Most people spend all of their time talking about deliverables and talking about their genius ideas. And guess what? Your customers only care about one thing. They care about the outcomes. They care about what your deliverables and ideas will get them and how that relates to the problems that they have and the goals that they want to accomplish. So it takes one simple change. This is all you need to do. You don't need to change anything else. Just stop talking about deliverables. People buy what happens when you do the deliverables. So talk about what people want. What do they want? They want outcomes. Do this consistently. It's super easy and you'll make way, way more money.